You!
Stop it right there, stop it right there, stop it right there. First time I was watching this, I was shocked. Then I learned the backstory, and I'm even more shocked. When I first saw this, I thought this was another cringe moment where a streamer basically was trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, where they're like, I'm gonna go and assault a dude in a wrestling outfit in a wrestling contest, and I'm gonna get everybody to watch me, and it's gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna get viewers, and I'll finally be loved in life. And that's what I thought this was. I thought dude was just putting it all on the line because he was a loser. He basically just wanted people to watch him, and that was the end of the story. Come to find out, this is Rampage Jackson's son, and I have seen him in the past, a few clips, not his full streams. I don't know how popular he is, but I've seen a few clips where him and his dad are on stream, him and other people on stream. So he seems to be a somewhat popular streamer that looks to have thrown it all away because he had a textbook moment where he basically let anger and rage take over his mind and body like an Uchiha with the Sharingan cannot control that hatred, jumped in the ring and assaulted this dude. Now, the thing that was confusing me is that, first of all, why did he just get in the ring so easily? Why is it that it took until the third or fourth punch that they started to pull him off dude? Why did this guy who got flipped over just take it and not try to fight it off? This is where it gets even worse for bro. This looks to be premeditated assault, because what ended up causing this is that earlier before the fight, he was having a conversation with these wrestlers, and one of the wrestlers, the dude who ends up getting assaulted and knocked clean out, ends up coming up to him and being rude, standoffish, a bit of animosity. Why? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if there's history between the two, but it's a weird interaction, and it turns into a bit of an altercation, and that seems to piss this guy off to the point that he held it in and then took it out in the ring, which is not a good thing because bro is going to have no defense in court. And this is why he got upset. Whether you want to say this guy is in the wrong, definitely, I'm not saying that this guy was angry for no reason, but the fact that he held in his anger for 15 minutes and then exploded after the fact, it ain't going to sit well in court.
Hey, hey, I think that's a little...
Oh, you gonna show it? Easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking
Bro.
worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will.
Nah.
We're good.
I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will.
I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that,
Nah, I will fuck him up,
I know
bro.
you will.
So it looks like, from my perspective, the big barrel-chested Pillsbury Doughboy wrestler saw this guy was a streamer. Maybe he knew he was Rampage Jackson's son. He wanted to come out and basically taunt him, make fun of him, make him look stupid, I guess, on stream. He did that wrestling move where he threw the can at his head. I don't know if that hurt him. I don't know if that was just more show than anything else. I honestly don't know what's going on here. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like Rampage Jackson's son held in his anger in this moment, and he basically fought it off and was able to, you know, kind of take control of the situation. But what's crazy about this is that this guy, the big dude, is basically an instigator. He came up and did that, and it looked like he was trying to show out on stream, look cool. I don't know. I don't have the mindset of a 5-year-old or a high schooler. I don't know what was going through bro's mind. But he ends up doing what he's doing, and the next part here is what's going to be really bad and make Rampage Jackson's son look like he's basically premeditated an assault, is that he's upset, and fair enough, if he had blown up in the parking lot, you could say it was a bar brawl, you could say it was a moment of rage. Again, it is what it is. It's probably the same type of, or similar repercussions legally, but the thing that makes it worse is that he basically cools off a bit. He shakes these dudes' hands, he shakes this guy's hand, and then eventually he cools off to the point where he walks up to the guy and says, listen, you know, I didn't know what you were doing. I guess it was for show. I didn't understand it. And he shakes his hand. This is going to be played in court over and over again. He walks up and he shakes his hand. In my opinion, bro should have just walked away. Him shaking his hand basically put this guy in a false sense of security to say like, okay, I acted out. I'm a 45-year-old man, baby, and I pissed off a teenage kid. And they basically squash it, and it looks like it's over. Meanwhile, it looks like Rampage Jackson's son took that moment and, like Ashura's wrath, did not give up the rage. He took the anger and hatred and just put it in his stomach and unleashed it like the nine-tailed fox once he got into the ring. Now, I don't know if this was supposed to be a bit. I don't know if this, by the way, this is all fake. Vince McMahon, you need to hire this man because bro got me, but it don't look fake. That ass whooping look real to me. That ass whooping look real to me. And the thing is, why this clip makes more sense now is that the reason why this guy ended up getting picked up is he knows it's him. He's like, hey, buddy, we just shook hands a couple of seconds ago. Oh, you're getting your lick back. You're getting your stuff back. Meanwhile, brother is using the full force of the Jedi and the Sith in that left hand to hit him with a Hail Mary hook. This guy was off guard. It does not matter if he was a douche. It does not matter if he was a dick. He was off guard. He was not expecting this. This is the equivalent of a sucker punch. I know bro didn't mean to come off like this, but he literally did a premeditated attack on bro who was not expecting it. And now the legal repercussions are going to be even worse. And again, this is legitimate. He walks off. He has, scuff marks and blood on his shirt. And I'm telling you, the way this guy was leaking, you cannot fake that. This is 100% real. If it ain't, I guess I got to start watching wrestling. And again, because it is wrestling and it is acting, the crowd is thinking, what is this? But no, it's legitimate. It's actually a crash out. It's actually a moment where people in the ring realize that this isn't just a bit. This isn't just him acting out. They need to jump in and stop this because bro, unironically, might have killed him. Because what ends up happening is that the guy is taken off guard. The guy's thinking like, oh, we're buddy now. You know, as immature as it might have been to show out on a stream, he had his guard down and thought that they were friends to some degree. So he was thinking this is some type of a stream moment. Maybe it's like a ha-ha moment. Maybe he'll, flip me over and then after that do the FU. He was not expecting the left and right hooks that he was getting. And again, remember, this dude's dad is Rampage Jackson. This is a certified crash out and waste of youth and waste of opportunity because now he is more than likely, unless Rampage Jackson goes back to the UFC and gets enough money to resurrect Johnny Cochran and then use a super team legal defense force, bro is more than likely seeing jail time. I don't see how you don't see jail time unless the person he assaulted is alive and the person he assaulted does not want to press charges. I don't even know if that works like that, if you could even tell the police, like, I got knocked out, don't worry about it. But this is a bad look. The fact that everything is recorded is a worse look. And all I can think of is I hope the police get to this kid before his dad does, because I think Rampage Jackson might have the same rage in his heart that this kid had, and he might hit this kid with a biblical ass whooping. I'm talking about biblical. I'm talking about the giant and Noah. I'm talking about David and Goliath. It is absolutely positively more than likely that belt to ass is going to happen, and then he's still going to have to go to prison because everything's recorded and you can't sweep this under the rug. Major L. I don't know what happened where dude seemed like he got over it and then was able to get through it. And the problem is, if this was in the parking lot and this happened as soon as he was upset, you could say it was a moment of rage. But the fact that bro shook his hand, cooled off, went inside, and then 15-20 minutes later decided to get his get back is absolutely positively insane, and it's 100% premeditated. So unfortunately for bro, I really don't see a reality where he gets out of this unless there's some technicality or some type of agreement that comes to terms, civilly as opposed to criminally. But this is a major L for the Rampage Jackson clan, and hopefully bro, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know what's going to happen to this kid. All I know is he essentially threw his next 5 years of life away out of a dumb altercation. And this literally is a textbook moment ripped straight out of the Boondocks, where a young kid throws away years of his life because he felt like he got bitched out on stream, which is nasty. That's nasty work. I don't know what happened in bro's mind. If he can try to have a defense to say when that can hit his head, he had a little bit of a discombobulation, he wasn't thinking straight. He needs something to not see hard time, because that was an absolute premeditated assault and battery. And I'm not saying the other guy is innocent, but after the interaction is done, it's basically a moment in time that occurred, passed, and then you doing this, it is not holding up in court as self-defense.